Hi. Today we're going to talk about America, and we're specifically going to talk about the importance of the U.S. president. We're going to talk about President Biden and my changed opinion on President Biden. All right. So I used to be incredibly vexed with President Biden, and the reason why is he took something very precious from me. He took from me an Andrew Yang future. Right, and Andrew Yang, United States president future. He decimated Andrew Yang and made sure that Andrew Yang didn't even make it past Super Tuesday, and that was a tremendous loss to me. Right, so I was vexed. I had a lot of vexation about Joe Biden. Then he became president, and what's happened with Joe Biden is completely unprecedented. Well, actually, yeah, it's unprecedented. Let's get into it. So Joe Biden, one of the things is Vladimir Putin has given us the caves and clubs question. Is the world going to be the bespoke super comforts that we enjoyed in a global civilized community? Ice cream and, dope sneakers and, awesome movies, filmed on, incredibly arcanely complicated cameras? Or are we all going back to live in caves and clubs is our most advanced tool? Like, Vladimir Putin is giving that question to the world right now, the whole world, right? And so basically what it teaches me is that when we choose a president, all right, when we chose President Biden, we said, listen, open your hands, right? And he did, and we said, this is American security. This is American wealth. This is American hope, right? And Joe Biden dropped them all. He dropped them, and they're cracked on the ground, okay? We know where they are, right? They're right there. They're right in front of him. They're cracked on the hard, and you wish that when they fell, they were on like a bed of grass. But because of the March 2020 problem, it was just sheer asphalt, right? There was nothing to catch even an ounce of the worry and the strain and that Vladimir Putin gave to the entire world, right? Not just Ukraine, but to the entire world. There's no person on this planet who has access to a screen, that receives to a screen that receives free news like we do here in America. Anybody, they're like highly concerned with what's happening right now, right? And they have this caves and clubs question that Vladimir Putin has put in everybody's hands, right? And so Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, dropped American security, he dropped American wealth, and he dropped American hope, and they're cracked, they're shattered, right? We know where they are. Hopefully somebody's going to be able to put these all back together. It certainly isn't going to be President Biden. With March 2020 problem, which was much simpler than this, he was like, I don't know what to do, and just had no answers, right? So basically, the last president that did the last president we had a problem this bad was Franklin D. Roosevelt, right? And he allowed wings of wrath to reach Pearl Harbor. But that situation was not nearly as bad as this situation is, and the reason why is there weren't devices that could make a city disappear then. There are now. And Joe Biden knew that, President Joe Biden knew that when he accepted this position. Right? And so I used to be incredibly vexed. I had all this vexation for President Joe Biden. I only have sympathy for President Biden now. I don't think he meant for any of this to happen. I think this is a man who did not want to be the U.S. president, realized the truth, realized that in America, absolutely nothing is more valuable in American politics than name recognition. Right? Ron DeSantis, who? Well, I don't know that guy. I haven't looked him up yet. I have no clue who he is. Right? People keep squawking at me that I should pay attention. He looks like a politician to me, and I don't think we're going to have any politicians as presidents going forward. Just celebrities, right? So, so basically, President Joe Biden has dropped the ball harder than Franklin Delano Roosevelt did, right? And this is unprecedented, right? And I feel an incredible amount of sympathy because I think this is a well-meaning man who did realize that his name, who did not want the job and told everybody in 2016, I'm done. I do not want this job, right? And only came back after he allowed President Trump to be president, after he allowed Donald Trump to be president, after he handed the presidency to Donald Trump, right? Because he would have been a walk-in. Like, if he was able to win with, 4 years out and 4 years of age additional, none of which helped, right? And he was able to win, he certainly would have crushed in 2016. I think he would have beat Donald Trump. So I think, and what's shocking is, he didn't mean for any of this, right? I don't think nobody knew that Donald Trump was going to be President Trump. Like, we didn't understand that presidents could have fangs, right? Like, we just didn't know that at the time, right? And President Biden didn't know that, right? He didn't know what it meant to allow Donald Trump to arrive, right? And I think when he took this job for 2020, legit, when he signed on, the March 2020 problem didn't even exist, right? Like, it wasn't on the board, right? He legit thought that the U.S. presidency was a retirement activity. And he found out real quick that it isn't. So my vexation has turned into incredible sympathy for President Joe Biden. And all I want for him right now is rest and comfort, which I think he's going to get in 2024. I think he's going to be able to put this burden down, right, and no longer hold it. So Vladimir Putin has massively changed my opinion and my feelings toward President Biden. How about you? What do you... With this caves and clubs question that Vladimir Putin has given us all, has that changed how you see President Biden? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.